Hope you're enjoying all the action here on 2K Sports of our PGA Tour coverage. We're picking up the action on the first hole. Let's get into it. Well, that's not the most positive of starts, getting underway over par.
Yeah, a bit of a rocky start, but let's face it, 17 holes left to play, Luke. There's lots of times to make up for that mistake.
Second shot on the second.
Now, Bubba's got nothing but respect for an approach shot like that. He really flushed that one.
Putting for birdie. And that's a great way to forget about that bogey on the last. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
That's a lovely speed on that putt. So close to the hole. Rich, it's a challenge, to say the very least, the third hole.
Yes, most players aren't going to take out driver as they just want to lay it back of the water that creeps out on the right-hand side. From there, it shortens up the second shot, believe it or not, to a green that pitches from right to left fairly severely. Your misses can't be out to the right with your second shot. That is a no-no.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green. This putt is of 9 feet.
Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, just missed. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Well, if he holds this, it'll be a solid 19-footer. This is what they have left for par.
That was a narrow miss. Sitting at 1 over for the event. The fourth hole, the first of the par threes on the property, and you've got to be dialed in on your number.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it, Luke. This green pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
This one might need to sit. Okay, not the best result, but a chance to get up and down.
A bit too much club there.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. Second shot here on the fourth. How close was that to going down? This is a par putt. Oh, so close. And that's a couple of bogeys on the bounce, I'm afraid.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Have to see if they can rebound from that.
Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snack.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
This should play. And he's hit that inside the range. And this putt is for a big 4 on the scorecard.
With this putt, he'll tie Bubba.
Ooh, right by the hole. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Oh, that's a clutch par. Now 4 back after that hole. The tee shot also critical here at the par 4 6th at 455 yards.
This is probably the hardest fairway to hit on the PGA Tour, Luke. This fairway cambers from right to left at a pretty good clip. And unless you work your tee shot from left to right, a high, soft shot, you're not going to find the fairway. This is almost impossible. The second shot will be from an awkward stance where the ball is above you or below you to a green that's perched a little bit above the players. Thankfully, though, it's a very flat green.
Oh, well played. Aren't you an expert in the bunker? Big putt for par coming up. And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently one stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
It's always good to cozy it up to the hole on a long putt, isn't it? And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left are going to be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. 5 shots off the pace. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Playing their 4th shot. 5 shots off the lead. And the extremely long putt will drop. Well done. And let's have one more look at that shot.
Yeah, let's see this again. Have this one on repeat.
Sitting at a couple over for the event. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Putting for a par now. Well holed. Well, that was a positive hole. A little shift up the leaderboard. Well played. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill, and once again with the pin position over on the right hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good. Yeah, that lie was nasty, but what a shot from there.
Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt.
With this putt, he'll go 1 up on Bubba. And Bubba, well, never count him out. He may be all over the place, but he'll get you.
That's a big time putt, that one. And their rival knows it too. They heard the cheers. Oh, what a shot that was. Why don't we revisit the magic?
I need to see this again because I still can't believe they hold that.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
So, Rich, give us a halftime report.
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these two go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, But so far, so good. Love watching these two compete.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
You can get great connection on this one. The rough's not going to cause any trouble. It's sitting good.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. And now to Bubba Watson.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Sitting at 1 over. From the sand, looking to get up and down. Lovely shot out of the bunker. That's in tight. Just a 4-footer remaining. And a little slide down the leaderboard happening. Make sure you respond quickly. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. And you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green and two, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Playing their 5th shot. 5 strokes behind our leader. And choosing the 8-iron here. That got caught up in a few of the branches. Here's their 6th shot. 5 shots off the pace. That's not what they were looking for.
Oh, look at that. The wind just wreaking havoc with that shot. Disappointing.
And it's their 8th shot now. 5 shots off the lead. Oh, terrific. What an effort. Well, that's worth reviewing. Let's roll the videotape. Trailing by 8 strokes now after that hole. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee. A short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
And from around 135 yards.
Should find the green here. That's a terrific shot and sets up a birdie opportunity here at the 12th. Let's see if we can get this one up and down for par. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Can't be too aggressive here. Take your medicine and move on. This is down the hill.
Well done. Take the birdie. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, I've never seen a green in golf repel more golf balls than the 13th here at Innisbrook. It's like it's made out of Gore-Tex. Golf balls just don't stay on it. It is really one of the hardest shots at this Innisbrook golf course.
Just needs this one to kick right.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This for par.
Yeah, good putt. Well hold.
And now to Bubba Watson.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Terrific shot. Who could have thought you'd hole it? And after that effort, that's how it looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Yeah, disappointing not to find the surface, Rich, but I like that play.
It was going to take 2 mighty lashes to get there. However, they've left themselves in prime position.
Time now for the 4th shot. Ouch, that hurts. Time for the 5th shot. Sixth shot coming up. All right, now it's time for lucky number 7. Well, that'll help you move up the leaderboard. And it's time to recap that play.
Now this is how you putt. Take another look at this.
Sitting at 6 over for the day. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good.
That wasn't their best approach, Beamer.
Oh, as we can see there, the wind definitely affecting that shot.
A birdie putt awaits. That was a gallant attempt. Time for the second shot at the 15th. Came close on that one. Well played.
And a par putt awaits him.
And there it is. Currently at 6 over par. Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees and all sorts of trouble.
Oh, this one's right down the pipe. 9 feet to the cup.
Their short game today has been absolutely sublime fun to watch.
Just didn't drop.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard. The Copperhead's penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot, plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
Nicely done.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Not sure if that one came out of the center of the putter.
This is, I can't believe what I just saw there. It seems surreal. This is crazy.
All right, facing a little up and down here to save the par. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the snake pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
From about 100 yards. Ooh, sometimes you need a hacksaw to get out of this rough. Seven feet to the cup. It's half a chance of being holed, this one. And that signs off on today's round. Well, Rich, you never like to see it, a player missing the cut on the PGA Tour. How does one respond?
Luke, I've got great insight on that question. You kind of have to look back and think about the positive things you did to reinforce those. But every once in a while, you got to look back and say, where did I make the mistakes? Where did I go wrong? And learn from those. Because if you don't take time to learn from your mistakes, then what are you learning from? You have to look back and figure out where it went wrong so you don't make those same mistakes again.
Pga Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valero Texas Open is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group today.
Thank you, Luke. What a lovely introduction and what a lovely day. I'm very much looking forward to strolling the fairways alongside these two players. They have been at each other, let me tell you. There's been a little bit of banter on social media back and forth in the lead up to this match. They have a bone to pick. They have a bee in their bonnet, and it's all going to be settled out on this golf course today.
No, you can't out-Bubba Bubba, can you? There's nothing elementary about this, Watson, is there? Can't wait to see how this rivalry plays out, though. Rich, if players are long enough and adventurous enough, they can go for this green in two. How hard's the approach?
The green sits well above the players, so getting it home in two and actually stopping it on the green, that's a tall order, except for the players that are the longest in the game. Anything coming up short left is a deep bunker. But to be fair, though, that's not a bad miss. Anything, however, going long, though, can be. The bunker behind the green is really, really ugly.
Putting for birdie here. Oh, I love a player with big heart. You've showed plenty there.
That's a really good effort to get it up and down out of that bunker for the birdie. Good job.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's going to want to improve on that current 5th spot.
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Rich, let's head to the par 3 third, the first of our shorter holes.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green is perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. An opportunity to make their par. Oh, that looks like a pure stroke. He's currently tied for 7th. The 4th is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio, stretching 485 yards.
This is a very narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
If he makes this, he'll save his par. Okay, steady now. The putt drops, and we're moving on. And now to Bubba Watson.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Oh, almost went in. Let's take a look at the current standings. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The 5th is one of the shorter par 4s on the property, right on 400 yards.
Players must make a decision whether to go for it or lay up short of that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. This green is perched above the players ever so slightly, and there's a spine running right through the center of it with a low area on the left-hand side. No matter whether you go for it or you lay up, this is a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Quality shot, that one. Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
And this putt to move into the top 10. Oh, well played. And that will take him to 1 under. He's currently tied for 9th. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side, but from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
Choosing the 9-iron here. This one's heading left, I think. That's not the outcome they were after.
Shocking, a missed green in regulation.
Not your best effort, still a mid-range putt coming up. Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
That's a good putt to make, that one. Trailing by 4 strokes. The par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the 3rd hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
Oh my, how about that for a par?
This is awesome. Check this out. Opens the blade wide up, goes right underneath it, and finds the bottom of the cup. Bravo indeed, sir.
This putt for par here. Oh, and gets the putt to drop. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
In the bunker with their tee shot. Nice save indeed.
He's currently tied for 14th. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. Sitting at 1 under. Looked like they were swinging a snake, not a golf club.
Oh, it's a little wayward, bouncing through the branches.
Well, I'm sure it looked better in their mind before they hit it. Henny, how bad is this lie?
Yeah, this is not what they wanted. There might be a couple of hits here.
Well, this is one of those lies that dictates a shot. It doesn't seem like it's a tough one. Now, long-range putt coming up here. It'd be good to make a bomb, wouldn't it?
Yeah, putting for bogey here.
Appears to have overcooked this one. Oh, a 12-footer. Love to make a few of these today. It's tracking.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's getting some airtime between him and his rival. He's 2 ahead.
This is their 5th shot. Gee, that'll keep the momentum rolling, Rich.
I mean, you've got to expect this kind of stuff when you start up a rivalry with a tour player. This is what they do.
The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4. That was wonderfully done. Sitting at +1. Going with the hybrid. Oh, this would be handy if it could bounce right. That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Wind is absolutely swirling in this part of the golf course.
Ooh. Let's see if you can make this. Keep the par on the card. Yep, you'll take that. Well, Rich, this player is 9 holes into this event. How would you rate their performance in this rivalry that they've struck up with their playing partner?
So far, Luke, this player is trailing their rival, but let's face it, it's only 9 holes into the tournament. There's a lot of time between now and the end, but there is ground to make up.
That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Now, from that lie, missing the green was always an option.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Straight back up this hill. Can be firm here.
It was on a good line. And this one is for bogey. Well done.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Another birdie opportunity lies at the par 4 11th, but players must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
And here we are with their fourth. Well, that shows the hands of a surgeon, doesn't it?
My surgeon's hands were a little shaky. That's why I have the scar.
Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
Sitting at 2 over for the event. Reached this par 4 12th, really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot is underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot, as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
Setting up this putt 18 feet from the cup.
This one looking really good.
Oh, we always enjoy tournament play, but there's nothing better than a rivalry in golf. And how about that play? Moving a lot closer to their rival now.
And stepping up the standings after that effort. 13's a long pass for him, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. You come up short in those bunkers, well, that's no bargain either. A 3 here, well, you done good.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Now just 1 over par. This next putt is for bogey. Oh, so close. Pretty straightforward 4-footer coming up here. And down she goes. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading. Oh, that is a thing of beauty. Rich going for this green into plenty of sand there to mess with your golf ball.
It requires accuracy, there's no doubt about that. There are bunkers both right and left that can certainly gobble up your golf ball if you get a little bit offline. Anything missing a little bit long and left, however, though, that is a good spot to miss it.
Playing their 4th shot. Ooh, that almost went down.
And if this can go down, he'll save par.
Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Sitting at 1 under the card. Oh, that's incredible. He sold it.
What an amazing play out of the greenside bunker. Up and in the hole. Nicely done.
As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course, Luke. Tee shot must avoid that bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could make or break a player's day.
Now let's change gears and head over to Bubba Watson.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? And in it goes. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard. As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
Always a tough shot to get out of.
Looks like they have a bad lie here in the sand.
Well, it was a solid shot. Out of the bunker and onto the surface. Looks like a pretty straightforward 5-footer to me.
This is what they have left for a par.
That's a fighting effort. Hit it in strife, but managed to make a good score regardless.
And to be fair, getting it up and down out of the bunker, albeit that was a pretty simple, straightforward bunker shot.
As we get down the stretch here at TPC San Antonio, there's a number of options that can be taken. This 17th's a fascinating hole.
Luke, if it's playing downwind, a driver is a must. If it's back into the wind, take out the iron for safety.
Well, this is exciting. A putt for an eagle. Ouch, that hurts. 4 feet to the cup.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
And with that, that's their 4th birdie.
And now to Bubba Watson.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead. Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be reached in 2, Rich, it's all set up by the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water.
Setting up here, looking at an elevated green.
Playing their 5th shot. This is an opportunity they must make. This putt has to go down if they want to make the cut. Didn't quite have the right stuff there.
This putt here for double bogey. Make sure you make this one.
And with that putt, concludes this players' round. Well, Beamer, it's a tough week for this player. They have an early exit after failing to make the cut.
Luke, I hoped we would see this group rivalry play out over the whole event, but this player couldn't even make the cut. That's extra harsh.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. On behalf of Rich Beam, I'm Luke Helvey. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
We're at the Zurich Classic of New Orleans. Today's coverage is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hey guys, yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing these two go at it again. It was a great rivalry first time round, and now, more so than ever, they're going to want to beat each other.
Rich, HV3. It'll certainly be entertaining, won't it?
Their last matchup saw HV3 as the winner, so let's see if this player uses that to fuel their performance on the course this week.
Yes, he's got a sharp tongue and a clever game. Let's see how HV3 goes up against this player in this rivalry.
Rich, if you missed a birdie opportunity at the first, you've certainly got one here at the second.
Yeah, it's par 5. It's pretty much just straight away. You got to avoid those bunkers down the left-hand side. For those players laying up, you got to lay it up shy of the big bunker down the right-hand side. This green sits ever so slightly above the fairway, and again, they're just not that big of targets. It really is a cool golf course designed by Pete Dye.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
15 feet out. He's been staring this one down. Putting for eagle. That always sounds good.
That's frustrating. Job done. Let's head to the next.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard.
Colin Morikawa doing what he does best. He's leading this tournament as we head to the next hole.
Going with the 5-iron here. That was special. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
This for back-to-back birdies.
Well, nicely done. Holds the putt for back-to-back birdies.
2 in a row there, Luke, getting their groove on.
He's in a share of 10th position.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
Handy effort, that one. Oh, come on, sit. Nicely done.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back from his rival.
This putt will move them to 3 under par. That was a gallant attempt.
An opportunity to make a par here.
And the putt drops, and we're moving on.
And this is becoming a familiar sight. Colin Morikawa leads. Henny, what does that lie look like?
Guys, you know the worst lie you've ever seen? Yeah, times that by 10. This is nasty.
This next shot coming up from the sand. Okay, so that's step 1, but now got to hold a mid-range putt. Let's catch up with Harold Varner. Well, that should save them, that one from the sand. Let's return to live play now. He has this putt to save his par. That's tracking.
That will work. And as we head to the next, it's Colin Morikawa on top of things.
The 6 is a tremendous par 4. Plenty of golf hole, this one.
Water all the way down the left-hand side, so that's going to shove your tee shot out to the right, which will make that second shot so much longer. Not much to the screen. It's fairly flat, but finding it a 2, well, that's a tall order.
Going with the 8-iron here.
He's found the surface. Good chance here.
And this one is for his par. Oh, just missed. 6 feet remaining to the cup. Nice line. That's a good putt to hold for a bogey.
Colin Morikawa currently in top spot.
The 7th provides a great opportunity if you can get a good driveway. This par 5's a lovely hole.
There are 2 menacing bunkers on this hole. The far one, the one right in the middle of the fairway, it looks like a zit from the back tee box. That is not the place to be.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. This would be a great up and down. Time for the 5th shot. And he holds it. What a putt. Why not take another look at that effort?
I could watch this one all day. Who would have thought that would go in?
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Our leader is Colin Morikawa as we head to the next.
The 8th is a short par 4, Rich, and modern players are starting to try to drive this green.
They are, although I don't quite see it that way. It's such an easy second shot if you just lay it up short of those fairway bunkers down the left-hand side. You're not going to have much more than a flipped sand wedge, gap wedge maybe, to a green that once again has a lot of movement to it.
This one's going right at the pin here. A chance to sneak inside top 20 in the standings here with this putt. Well played. And with it, he'll move to a couple under par.
And now heading over to Harold Varner III.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
And that was silky smooth out of the sand. Good shot. And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. The front 9 finishes in a unique style, a par 3 of 210 yards length.
This is actually a par 3 on the card, but most players look at it as a par 4 because there is nothing simple about this hole. If you bail out to the right, you're going to fall off into a low area where it's nearly impossible to chip it up close without taking a risk. So most players are just resigned to making 4 and moving on.
A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole.
This is what they have left for par here.
Trailing by 6 shots after that hole. The back 9 begins with a shortish par 4, Rich. A chance to make a birdie out of the gate.
Yes, it is. Drives want to be favored down the left-hand side as there's some nasty bunkers over there on the right. This green is a dippity-do, I would say. It starts off high, low in the middle, and comes up high in the end.
That could play.
That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. Lining up the birdie putt here.
Short game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Nice one. 4th birdie of the day. And with that, he'll move to 3 under par.
Harold Varner III setting up his next shot.
Didn't that look good for a long time? Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The par 5 11th, very gettable if, Rich, you can avoid that monster tree about 100 yards out.
Exactly. Tee shots, once again, you're throwing it between a couple of bunkers, but the second shot, there's a tree about 75 yards short of this green, and you've got to figure out a way around it. Do you draw it around it? Do you hit a fade around it? What do you do? No easy task for any of these players. Green sits above the player just a little bit, and again, has a lot of movement on it.
Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade. And that'll promote a good move up the standings. And let's have another look at that one.
Perfect distance, perfectly judged, and look at that. straight in the hole.
Trailing by a couple of strokes now. Well, the 12th is certainly one of the stronger holes on the back nine. This par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
You want to try and hug the left-hand side as best you can to shorten up the hole as much as you can, but still avoid that bunker if at all possible. Second shot, the green up there sits a little bit caddy cornered to the players, so working the golf ball in there for left to right for your second shot would be the play.
And this putt to move into the top 5. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And a spot in the top 5 also with that great shot.
And now let's head over to Harold Varner III.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Okay, Henny, what's he looking at with this putt?
Firm, back, up the hill. This will be a good one.
So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Rich, the 13th is a short par 4, but a really good one, depending on how much you want to take off.
There's really no real reason to go right at the green, Luke, with the tee shot, even if you have the power to get there, because you just can't stop it on the green. If anything, you want to hit it out to the right, where your next shot is going straight up the green. This is a very flat green, but is perched well above the fairway. It's a wonderful birdie opportunity.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. Oh, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Trailing by a stroke after that hole. Well, for all the opportunities 13 provides you, you don't get too many here at the par 3 14th. It's a beast.
As easy of a birdie opportunity as the 13th was, 14, yeah, not so much here. Even though the green is quite large in size, it's...
Ah, what a shot from the bunker. Okay, let's get back to the action. Sadly, in the sand, but a chance to make up for the error. I'll be glad to be putting now. Well, this would be a great par putt if he can make this. I like that kind of fight. That shows resilience.
In the bunker with their tee shot, and that is a very good save.
He's in a share of 3rd place. The 15th is certainly no cakewalk either. A par 4 measuring just under 500 yards.
This is the time where you need to have the best drive of the day. Take it out to the right, avoid the bunkers down the left-hand side. And the green, once again, it's got some movement into high spot in the front, a low area, and then a high area in the back. When the pin's all the way back, good luck making 4.
And this putt to move into a tie for 2nd. Yeah, nice mid-range birdie putt, that one. And that will take him to 7 under. He's currently tied for 2nd. Rich, just 3 holes to go here at TPC Louisiana, and what a finish it is. A